What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. I know it's a late video. We're sitting there on the weekend, but I wanted to talk a bit about what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing about Zomedica, our favorite pet healthcare company. And as a reminder, this is a company that has focused, and I talk about this every single time I talk about Zomedica, but I want you to remember it. They have many pillars: truforma, PulseVet, Vet Guardian, TruView, Revo, and Assisi Animal Health. So it's not just one specific company. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on all social medias. Remember, none of this is financial advice. I sort of clicked the wrong button there. None of this is financial advice. So do your own research before you invest in anything. I am just a guy on YouTube. Do you really want to sort of take stock in that? Just hear me out on what I have to say and do your own research. And that way you're going to be super happy with the results. If we take a look at Zomedica over the last day, it's down, and this was on Friday, down 3% during the market. Hours was up 1% after hours. Over the week, it was down like 1.97 or 2%. In the last month, it's down 12.5%. In the last 6 months, it's down 23%. But year to date, it's around up 15%. Now, despite that, it's up 15%. But then, when we talk about this, why are a lot of Zomedica investors looking like this? Like straight up. One of the craziest things that I see in the stock market and in crypto and everything is this concept of being upstuck. So this is a concept from poker. Basically, if you show up with $200 and you turn that into $1,000, but then by the time you leave with $300, even though you made $100 from where you showed up, you're technically down like $800 from the high point, and people are in such a negative mood because in their mind, they look at the peak of their winnings and use that to sort of correlate, like, that's where I should be. Anything less than that, I lost, which is not actually true. You should, until you've closed your trade, you have not earned anything. And it works both ways. If you're down significantly, you should treat it the same way as you're up significantly. Until you've closed that trade, you haven't sort of earned anything or lost anything. That's just a general concept. But people have a hard time sort of feeling that way. So even though we're up 15% this year, a lot of people have felt like this year has sucked for Zomedica. And I see that a lot over in forums. I see that a lot over in my Discord. I see that on StockTwits. Now, StockTwits is a place where you can go, you type in any stock, and you sort of get a message board of what people say about the company. And you can see here, it says like, Zomedica, you think of all tickers, this one would keep it real. Really let down being this boring. You see this pet here just chilling, Zom bullish, people saying good luck. People always say the same thing, right? Everyone talks about Zomedica and they bring up the sort of truforma being like a printer cartridge model where you buy the product once and you buy like just the cartridges or the assays and that will sort of keep it running. Now, Zomedica is not just that. It's a bunch of companies, like I mentioned, most of all being PulseVet. Now, there'll be a ton of people here sort of talking positive, but then there'll be people here saying like Zomedica, like watching Zomedica is like watching grass grow, bearish, right? Because people can't wait. And this speaks a lot to capitulation, specifically time-based capitulation. I've talked about this on the channel before, but one of the things you have to remember is when the price of your investment doesn't rise for a long time, some investors will lose interest and faith in it, starts to wane, and eventually they end up selling. And basically they're looking for a better return. So after a long time, they surrender their investment and just sort of move it to something else. Why would you do that if you believe in the company? Now, I get it. If you don't believe in the company, go do your own thing. Remember, not financial advice. You got to do what you think is best for you. But at the end of the day, forget boredom. It's all about discipline. It's all about discipline and saying, okay, where am I entering? Where am I exiting? Right? Like going back to that poker analogy, I showed up and I bought in for $200. lost my 200 bucks. First, like, in a few hands on Friday, Queens versus Ace King, whatever, standard hand. Got it in, started playing some more, bought it for another 200, ran that up to 690 bucks, left up 290. I had another friend who was with me who made $1,000, and he actually lost all that 1,000 and down 900. But the entire time when he was up, he was like, "Oh man, I just want to get back to that back to when he was up $1,000." And doing that made him reckless. So remember, it's not your money until you cashed out. It's not your money until you close the trade. Now with Zomedica, we're sitting here, and you can look at this as an opportunity, or you can look at this as boredom. If you're looking at this as boredom, you're probably treating this like gambling and not investing. If you're investing, you're sitting here with a longer time horizon, and you shouldn't care about sort of what the price is in the short term. The stock is not the price, and the price is not the stock. The reality is, what you should care about is all the news around it and the macro environment surrounding the company. We know Zomedica is going to make it through the bear market. We know this because they have a ton of capital. Perfect. We're looking at their earnings reports. They're not fantastic, but they're improving, right? Reducing costs, increasing revenue. Check. Is it profitable yet? No. But guess what? They're doing all the right things. Potential mergers and acquisitions might be coming, right? Now, if we take this back 2 years ago, I was starting to get down in the dumps on Zomedica, because every earnings was terrible. Every earnings was like, this is no good. They would sell 1 unit of truforma and go, what's going on? We can't. Like they were hiring people for millions of dollars with salaries to sell 1 unit that was worth like $3,000. Like, are you kidding me? What's the point in that, right? But with the acquisition of PulseVet, they turned the company around, because I think that truforma is no longer the future of Zomedica. All of these other pillars are. Truforma has an incredible addressable market, and if we can unlock that potential and sort of hit that secret sauce, this is where the stock owners in this company can become millionaires, right? Like I don't want to say like a specific price, but even if we take a look at the stock price of Zomedica right now, we're looking at 180 million market cap at 18 cents, right? So if it's $1, we'd be at $1 billion market cap. And I think based on that valuation, we could potentially see like maybe $3 to $5 a share, depending on how this company does and sort of the metrics I sort of mentioned. I'm not worried about the cash. They're not a ghost company. They're not a SPAC. They're not sitting here with a ton of debt. They don't need to raise funds yet, which is fantastic. They've got enough of a runway to let them become profitable. Hopefully, maybe they'll acquire a few more companies. But for those of you who are sitting there looking at this stock, and people are so polarizing, right? When Zomedica was sort of skyrocketing in the first few months, right, in early January, we went up to like high 30-cent range from 15 cents. And what did I hear? All I heard was, yo, Zomedica's going to the moon. I'm not selling a single share. I'm not taking profit on anything. Then as we started to sell off, which is what I warn people, right? I was sort of taking profit all this way. As we sold off, I told people, hey, look, now I'm starting to buy again. Those same people who were ultra bullish are like, oh, I don't know if I want to buy Zomedica. It's too much. It's too much. And then we got another spike. Oh my God, no, Zomedica's going to the moon. I ain't taking profit on anything. These people are super polarizing. They're in their emotions. Do not be like them. I'm going to tell you, 90 to 95% of traders, maybe 98% of traders are like this, where they will not use their brain. They'll use emotions, right? And if that's you, that's not, so I don't mean to say this is a negative thing. I'm telling you this because maybe you're not aware of it. It is super important for you. If you want to be profitable, if you want to be a winning trader, if you want to be a winning investor, that you buy the things that you have conviction in, and you also know how to scale in and scale out when necessary. A long time ago, if you can watch my Zomedica videos, you can see here, I made these zones here, buy and sell. And I made them back when we were sitting here in May even, I think. And we weren't even close to either of them. I remember saying, like, if it breaks in that zone, I'll buy. If it breaks in the sell zone, I'll sell. And guess what? I had done this. That's just the reality of it. Like, you have to sort of recognize that. And people were like, why do you want to wait until it goes down to buy? And why do you want to wait till it goes up to sell? It's because I like making money by swinging shares. You're not going to make money by just constantly buying when things are going up and constantly sitting on your hands when things are going down. It doesn't make any sense. People have it in reverse. That's why, like, while it's down here, I bought more shares. And when it sort of breaks up over 23 cents, I'm going to liquidate those shares. Don't be surprised. And I'm making 5 cents a share profit on every one of these trades. Given that it was 18 cents to buy, that's like 30%. Where are you getting 30% on Zomedica? And that's sort of what I want you guys to realize. I know it's late, and I'm getting some comments here like Michael Miller, why are we getting such a late video? We're getting good news. I really do wish that. And same with DJ DNA. Look, it's not that I have an alert or much news. I just wanted to bring this to your attention because I'm seeing this on the Discord. I'm seeing this on the forums. I haven't had a chance to make a video on this. So like, no emergency thing at all. What I'm trying to tell you is have confidence in this product or in this company. If you've seen the things they've done, fantastic. Pretend like you don't see the price. How would you feel about what they're doing? If your company updates are good, perfect, right? Remember, there are certain things that we can't control. We can't control how much money the Fed is printing. We can't control the bond market. We can't control what the Fed just said recently that's caused a bit of the collapse in the stock market, right? All of those things are going to overtake anything this company could do. This company, if we were sitting back in 2020, instead of sitting at $2, I guarantee you the stock would have been at $15 to $20 at that time because of all the positive momentum. But guess what? All the wind is out of the sails right now because the economic climate is not safe yet. People will, first thing they do, and I've said this before, the first thing they're going to look at is where is the best and safest place to put my money with the highest returns. They're going to fill those bags first, right? I say this for crypto. I say this for stocks too. So stocks like Microsoft, Tesla, whatever. Those companies, they're going to pump those up first. Once those companies' stocks get too high, then people look for the next level. Okay, what's the next best return that's the safest? And they keep going down and down and down. That is why when we are in a bull run, the things that sort of run after are always these companies. And the reason they run after is a couple things, 2 things actually. The first thing is everything else is too overvalued. People are like, oh, I don't want to buy Apple, it's up 250% already. Also, when they put money into smaller stocks like this stock, as I mentioned, is 180 million market cap. As you like, $50 million would change this stock so much compared to $50 million going into Apple because it has so much more it's so much more of that market cap, right? The market cap of Apple is like coming close to $3 trillion. You need billions. You need like $100 billion to move the stock price in a significant way, or maybe like 50 billion or 30 billion. In this case, 50 million. If you put $1 billion into this stock would already be $2. It will be up over 1,000%. Like, that's just something you have to understand. So right now, there isn't that money that's sitting there. But guess what you can do? One of the things you can always do is swing trade, like have 2 different positions. One position that you sort of buy it, you set it, and you forget it. Leave it somewhere, doesn't matter. The other, you have it in like a margin account or whatever account you use to trade, and you buy some shares when the stock goes into like a support resistance level, like you see here, 18 cents or below, and then sell it when it goes to 23 cents. And because you've mapped it out, hopefully, you have your levels that you swing trade, and you can make money this way. Like if you look back over the course of 2022 and 2023, we have literally traded a lot between the 20 and 30 cent range, and we haven't really gone beyond that. Like, let's take a look, right? And guess what? I would have made $0 had I just sat on my hands. In fact, I would have lost money. And I've been preaching this forever. Watch all my Zomedica videos. I don't delete any of them. Why would I delete them? I want you to see them. They're like a sort of compendium. Take a look at that, and you'll see that strategy is probably one of the best ways that somebody who has confidence in this company can make money. But remember, like I said, I am not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to share what I'm doing. and maybe you can take something away from what I'm saying that you can find useful. Because remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to share my sort of financial journey. And I think, like, I truly believe in Zomedica. I think what they're doing is fantastic. I was slightly disappointed with their earnings results because they really hyped up the marketing jargon. But at the end of the day, remember, this is a long term. We're here. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And just don't forget, do not waver on your discipline, because you don't want to be like that guy in Office Space where, like, you're sitting in your car and you see the other lane moving, like maybe it's another stock, like Nvidia, for example, going up 30%. You take all your money out of the Zomedica to go there after that move is done, and then you sit there while that's parked and something else moves. So eventually it will be Zomedica's turn. You just got to be patient. And in the interim, like I said, you could use a strategy like I do, sort of swing trade shares. I find it very helpful. But hey, what have you been doing with Zomedica? I'd love to know. Tell me in the comments below. How do you feel? If you do feel like it's boring, post that here. I want to hear the truth. And if you want to join our free public Discord, check it out. Spades, discord.thebrowngent.com. Until next time, I want to thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, share the video. And until next time, have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching.